Dogecoin's head developer recently went out on Twitch to discuss the developments for Doge and ETH Bridge. And it looks the developments were indeed massive. So, this is what we'll talk about in this video. Hello guys, and welcome back to Crypto Fire, where we talk about Dogecoin, cryptocurrency, and investing. Before we go any further, please keep in mind that we're giving away $500 to a random subscriber. All you have to do is like the video, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and leave a comment on your favorite crypto. Read our description for more info about it. Now, let's get started with today's video. So the updates were nicely summarized by a Twitter account called Doge Whisperer. Basically, the Doge to ETH bridge is developed and only a few months away. It's all about building a user interface for everyone to use. The Chainlink will facilitate a price match. We'll be able to use MetaMask to send or receive Doge. Dogecoin will eventually work on Ethereum Layer 2. Operators on the bridge will store Doge while locked, and they will live as tokens in Ethereum blockchain. They're also working on a penalization system for misuse. Also, this project is not a part of the Dogecoin Foundation roadmap, but is managed from the Ethereum side. Now for me, the best part about all this is the part where it says that it will eventually work on ETH Layer 2. So, let's take a look at why it's so exciting. This article by Benzinga explains it quite well. Basically, Layer 2 solutions build on top of the network and require no changes to Layer 1. While the former leverages the security of the consensus mechanism of the Layer 1 network, they can drastically speed up transactions. Ethereum's Layer 1 can handle about 15 transactions per second, while some Layer 2 projects can ramp it up to 4,000 transactions per second. Also, Layer 2 also comes with a roll-up solution where a large batch of transactions are aggregated and processed off of Layer 1, and then condensed transaction data is posted to Layer 1. This can dramatically increase the throughput of the network, decreasing congestion and transaction fees. So, in a nutshell, we're getting even faster and cheaper transactions for Dogecoin, all thanks to Ethereum and Doge Bridge. Now, there are a couple more features and solutions that come with ETH Layer. But before we talk about it, let's take a look at some news about ETH that's spreading FUD right now. A huge drop of over 6,500 nodes of ETH have been reported in the last 2 weeks. This data is given by the Block Explorer Etherscan. They are predicting that this drop in the node count is because of some glitch or technical error in the node software. Still, a lot of people are wondering why the nodes have not been recovered yet if it was just a glitch. So, now the main focus is on resolving this matter. The only solution right now is that the miners upgrade their nodes to the latest version of ETH, which is compatible with the main chain. Now, let's move on to some predictions and analysis for Dogecoin and Bitcoin. The hedge fund manager, Bill Miller, has predicted a rise in Bitcoin value. Miller described Bitcoin as digital gold, and he said he sees huge upside potential for it. Miller Value Fund's semi-annual report said that, "We are early in a continuing adoption curve and Bitcoin will be volatile, but we think the risk-reward is attractive." And another one comes from the CEO of Celsius. He said that it took nearly 12 years to get 100 million people to buy Bitcoin and only 5-6 months to double this number to 200 million. He believes that Bitcoin can go to $160,000 by the first quarter of 2022. But still, we have to look at some bearish predictions too. The Riksbank governor said that private money usually collapses sooner or later, while referring to cryptos. He then also compared Bitcoin with the tulip bubble of the 17th century that was very popular, but eventually collapsed. And then there was the billionaire investor Leon Cooperman. He thinks that Bitcoin is a con. He also said that, "My guess is I'd be very careful in Bitcoin. I don't think it makes a great deal of sense. And if you're nervous about the world, gold, to me, would be a better place to store value than Bitcoin." And then there was the governor of the Bank of Mexico, who said that, "People will not want their purchasing power, their salary to go up or down 10% from one day to another. You don't want that volatility for purchasing power. In that sense, it is not a good safeguard of value." Now, I think he's missing the point here. The whole point of investing in cryptos like Doge is to be able to invest in an asset that offers way higher returns than your usual bank does. And as history suggests, the top 10 cryptos are still in green if you compare them to where they were last year. And we simply can't say that about gold, an asset that has given negative returns to its holders. Now, let's talk a bit more about the ETH and Doge Bridge. As you can see here, there are many solutions that are developed for each layer 2. There's one solution that allows Solidity developers for cross-compilation of smart contracts. And then there's another that enables compatibility with ETH-based DeFi applications. Now I know that we're not doing that great right now, and it sucks to be a holder when we're in the red. But still, it does look like good things are coming for Doge. Now, let's talk about some interesting news from El Salvador. We know that it became the first country to make crypto legal tender, but still, there was a glitch in its Chivo wallet. I've talked about it in a previous video and how it was partly responsible for the crash we saw a couple days ago. Now, it looks like all the issues with it are resolved. The president of El Salvador clarified it on Twitter as well. Now, does that imply that the gains that we lost because of this fiasco will be coming back? At this point, we can't really know. This is because the crash also happened because a couple of other reasons. I'll talk about it in a minute, but first let's talk about some news from Russia. We know that a lot of crypto holders reside in Russia, given the high purchasing power of its residents. Still, Putin's spokesman Peskov said that right now, Russia is not ready for accepting Bitcoin as the legal currency. He said that it would do nothing good to their country. Instead, it will only harm their country's economic and financial conditions in the long run. Still, the good part is that Moscow has allowed people to buy properties and assets through crypto. Also, the members of the lower house of Russia's parliament are working on making some changes that would allow people to buy assets through crypto. Now, let's talk about some predictions for Dogecoin. According to FX Street, the price of Dogecoin clashed below the high demand zones, but it is recovering right now. And currently, its price is expected to be above the demand zone, which is around 25 cents. If the resistance level of 25 cents is broken, it could reach 35 cents from there. On the other hand, if that doesn't happen, its price could touch 19 cents, or maybe even 15 cents. While I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice, I do believe that the former is more likely. We know that Doge is closely following Bitcoin, and so anything bullish for Bitcoin is also bullish for Doge too. A classic buy signal for Bitcoin, called the SOPR, has turned negative. It implies that sellers have been dumping BTC at a loss and the market is oversold. Also, the last time SOPR went negative was July 20, right before Bitcoin took off to reclaim 50K after its crash in May. About this, Philip Swift, an analyst at Decentrader, said that spent output profit ratio went negative yesterday as on-chain speculators were selling a loss. It paints a very similar picture to funding rates in recent months in that a lot of forced selling took place over the summer. This makes this more of a buy the dip opportunity now. So, this is why I think there's a decent chance that Bitcoin and Dogecoin will bounce back from here. And with that, we've come to the end of this video. Thanks for watching till the end. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking and sharing it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications for daily videos on Dogecoin and cryptocurrency. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. Goodbye. Take care.